Shocking. David De Gea is set to retire. Guys, I never saw this coming, but it's not that doesn't have very many clubs that are interested in him, but he has gone ahead to set it of condition that if at all it's not met, he's set to retire from top world football. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Good morning. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay onto this channel, and we obviously met our promise of really going live, and hope you guys enjoy the live and you're really watching it very many times, and continue to subscribe. Smash the like button close to 300 times so as to see this video go viral. And if you're already watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video to this channel. Remember, I want to hit 16,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and I know we can make it with your support given 100% to us. Now, when you look at what's happening in the world right now, it's obviously so much shocking, because Jonny Evans gone ahead and obviously slated Onana for coming out and obviously putting out a public apology. And lastly, there is Alvaro Fernandez, the left back of United that was loaned to Granada, has gone ahead and obviously briefed us a little bit onto his situation at Granada and with Manchester United. So let's continue to thank Lord for the gift of life, and let's all go where we deserve to be. David De Gea, 32 years of age, very shocking. Looks like he's set to obviously quit football if at all this doesn't happen. This is Jamie Jackson. He's a correspondent for Manchester United for The Guardian and Observer. We are being told that David De Gea may retire if he does not receive an offer to be the first choice goalkeeper at a major club. David De Gea has rejected several approaches, including from Saudi Arabia, with money not a prime motivator. Now, when you hear that, for David De Gea, he believes he's still a top goalkeeper. We all believe in the world nobody can do the shop-stopping business than him, but we all have to understand that that is going to have to shift a little bit from where we knew it from. It is going to have to shift to another level, that a player or a goalkeeper needs to be a ball-playing goalkeeper. We all know that. If you are not a ball-playing goalkeeper, then you are not immune to obviously not being picked in the team. And that's why Erik ten Hag went ahead and obviously brought in Onana. Now, David De Gea at the age of 32, it's really sounding good for him that he still believes he's still a top goalkeeper, and very many teams can obviously get his services. Though I believe it's obviously going to be very hard for him to get services for an elite team into the world. But you never know, teams like Juventus can go in for him, teams like AC Milan can go in for him, depending on the situation and the amount of money he calls in for. He's a player that has ever earned an amount at Man United that no player has gone ahead to earn. Remember, ever since his blocked move to Real Madrid in the summer of 2015-2016, he found himself put pen to paper to a contract where he was earning £375,000 a week for all that time. Why was he given that contract that was really huge to that magnitude? Because he was the most important player at the club of Manchester United. He won Player of the Year awards at Man United for very many times. He kept clean sheets that no one could obviously think of, and even last season he won what we call the Golden Glove by keeping 17 clean sheets that no goalkeeper in the Premier League kept. And this was courtesy of his experience and his ball or shot-stopping abilities. But his biggest undoing came through in the final of the FA Cup, where they say that he gifted goals, something I don't believe in. I believe those goals could genuinely go past any goalkeeper. And I saw very many people criticizing him, Gary Neville, that would have gone ahead to do better, Peter Schmeichel. But guess what's been brought in? It's Onana. And Onana has started to let in goals that David De Gea couldn't let in. That is it. So it has gone ahead to raise the situation at Man United from the fans that David De Gea would have gone ahead to stop more goals to go in past us than Andre Onana. And so I don't believe in that. I believe that Andre Onana is a very good shot stopper, but he's having what we call a very bad spell at the club of Manchester United. He has come in the club of Manchester United and the club is losing games. That is it. We are not scoring goals and we are really conceding very many goals. In the first 6 games, we're going to have to concede 13 goals. That's why I saw to it that in the game of Bayern Munich, he came out and obviously put out a public apology to the fans and on behalf of the entire team that he's sorry for why he made the team lose. Do you know why? For the very first time, we saw a team of Man United scoring 3 goals this season, away from home. So, in the other games, when you look at Arsenal, we scored only 1. So, when you look at the game of Tottenham Hotspur, we didn't score any goal. The game of Brighton, we only scored 1. So, he had no reason to obviously come in and put an apology for all he costed us. And this game, he let the first goal in and went ahead to put an apology. So I think David De Gea, it's going to be hard for him to obviously get a top spot in what we call elite football because the goalkeeping department has gone ahead to change. These are players or goalkeepers who play with their foot because they offer a lot of possession to the team. Now, having put out an apology, that is Andre Onana, Jonny Evans, currently at Manchester United for just a short term, that is a 1 year, has gone ahead and obviously put out the following about Andre Onana. He has gone ahead to slate him a little bit that Onana didn't have to do it, talk to the media after the match, and maybe he was a bit hard on himself. He replaces David De Gea, who was here for a long time again. Remember that David De Gea, early in his career at Man United, had a bit of hard time adapting, and we saw the career he had at the club of Manchester United. Now, I really understand the angle at which Jonny Evans is trying to bring in this because it's a double-edged sword, meaning that you can obviously take it to the side of Jonny Evans and obviously bring it to the side of Andre Onana. On the side of Andre Onana, I think Jonny Evans might be a little bit wrong because if a player feels like he has to put out a public apology, it's right for him. And I know why Jonny Evans is against it because Onana has gone ahead to set a precedent that every player who is responsible for United to lose should come out and obviously carry his own baggage and obviously talk to the media and apologize. That's a precedent set by Andre Onana. That is it. And it's not going well into that dressing room of Man United because very many players have gone ahead to do abysmal performances in these games and they've not gone ahead to obviously go away with it. Harry Maguire is one of the biggest examples I can tell you about. He has gone ahead to miss out on very many games and cost us on very many games, but every time he really does his shit, he doesn't apologize. When he goes to the English national team, do you know what he says? I have nothing to prove at Manchester United. So it shows you the mentality of a player that we have, and that needs to be really corrected and erected as soon as possible. That's why Jonny Evans is not obviously okay with what Andre Onana put out onto the media. But on the side favoring Jonny Evans, I really understand because if you're going to hate to do the mistake, the best thing to do is not to obviously put out an apology. All you have to do is don't allow the same mistake to happen in the next game you're going to play against Burnley today. That is it. And in my life, I don't entertain sorries because I know sorry is a word, but the best sorry is not doing the same thing again that annoys a person. That is it. And if at all you continue to say sorry, how many times you'll say sorry if at all you continue to cost us more 6 games? Would you say sorry every after game? Like in the game of Burnley, if at all we don't really win and we're going to hate to lose that game because of your mistake, Andre Onana, what will be your say after the game? Will you again approach the camera and obviously say, I'm sorry? So that's the other side that you obviously believe about Jonny Evans' advice to Andre Onana. But to me, I find the apology put out by Onana very positive And if that's the precedent being set at the club of Manchester United, then these players won't allow to make any mistake on the field of play, because they know all the cameras will be looking at them and waiting for their apology to the fans of Manchester United, because they need to take the blame at a certain point. So I really love that statement that Andrew Onana really put out, and that means you have to take responsibility for any mistake you do when you are into that jersey of Manchester United. Jonny Evans also added and said, Bayern is probably the toughest game in the group, especially away from home. We knew it was going to be a tough group and a tough game. Both times we managed to come back into the game. They scored very quickly. It's difficult to analyze the situation. That is John Evans for you, because we went ahead to score 3 goals. And to me, that's the biggest positive that we got. You know, first and foremost, you can't be not doing 2 things. You can't be not defending, and you can't not be scoring. You need to be having one strong point. Last season, we never scored very many goals, but we had a watertight defense. That is it. And we won most of the games because of our defense. That's why David De Gea kept 17 clean sheets into the Premier League, and we won the Golden Glove. You know, this season, we are not doing any of the 2. We are not scoring goals, yet opportunities were being created by the club of Manchester United, and we are not really stopping those goals to cross our goal line. So we need to be doing one. That's why from here I told you the hugest positives I got from the game of Bayern Munich. 1, Rasmus Højlund taking the pressure off himself, because we went ahead to score against Bayern Munich, right? That sends a very huge indicator to the rival fans about Rasmus Højlund on how he has gone ahead to obviously show that he can score against big teams like Bayern Munich, and he can score against small teams, you know. So that is Rasmus Højlund for you, and that gives him huge confidence as he faces the side of Burnley. Secondly, are the goals that we scored. 3 against Bayern Munich. 3 against Bayern Munich. That is really huge, meaning that if we can score 3 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, that means we can put those 3 goals against Burnley or Brighton or any other. And to prove it, in the previous games, we've gone ahead, obviously, not to score those goals. We had chances. For example, in the game against Tottenham Hotspur, we had a chance to obviously score 3 goals in the first half, and we didn't put away our chances. Secondly, the game of which other game? I think even the game of Arsenal, we had chances to kill off, and we never killed them off. The game of Brighton, in the first 20 minutes, we had close to 3-4 chances to score goals, and we didn't. So it shows you that we've gotten from that team that has chances and not scoring them to a team that gets chances and obviously scores them. I think that is the hugest positive that you'll get, that at least we've gone ahead to tick one of the boxes that we had not gone ahead to tick at the beginning of the season. And what is that? What is that box? Scoring goals. Because when you're scoring goals, you can easily get to know that I now create chances and score, because no team has gone ahead to score chances. No team has gone ahead to create more chances in the final third more than Manchester United and Chelsea. But these 2 teams are the ones that really couldn't see these chances really scored. And that's why we obviously are happy about that. So let's wait and see today as we take on Burnley, whether it's obviously going to be a huge positive as Manchester United goes ahead to execute goals through Rasmus Højlund at obviously 22 hours in there for you. Now, we sum up this with Alvaro Fernandez. He was asked on as to why no buy option was included into his loan deal to Granada. He said Manchester United rejected it and no agreement was reached onto that. Now, he's playing for Granada and he's one of those players that I believe Ten Hag has a lot of positivity in, and maybe the club believes that he needed to go out to Granada and play some games. After playing some games, then he'll find himself in a position of giving United or seeing United collecting more money and obviously having a better competitive edge when it comes to this side. And we went ahead to play 1 game for Granada this season, and he played all the full 90 minutes. And we are yet to see him obviously get more minutes because he's in Spain. His nationality, where he hails, or where he was born and bred from, and he's obviously performing at good levels. So we anticipate him putting out some huge performances, and those performances are obviously going to be followed up with a huge negotiation between Manchester United and Granada on whether they buy him on a permanent deal with a sell-on clause or not. But for Alvaro Fernandez, it's good for him to upgrade, because last season he was playing the Championship at Preston, and this time round he's playing in the La Liga, where he's really great to be. And I really follow up these players like Mason Greenwood at Getafe. I follow Alvaro Fernandez at his current squad, current team, and is doing a great job there. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about David De Gea set to retire, and Onana slated by Jonny Evans, and then Alvaro Fernandez coming in through to put in what we call a statement as far as his loan move to Granada was concerned. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David remains my name. The Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikum, and may Allah take you where you people want to be in as far as success is really concerned. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because you want to hit 16,000 subscribers on this channel. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the plus to smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful YouTube channel of ours. I call it out, and see you in a GIF here with more updates concerning Manchester United, and we are ready to rumble with you. Not so? Bye bye for now.